Alright, there we go. We are live now. I should probably adjust your hat, sir. Oh, that's better. Merry Christmas. We're doing Yokai Watch speedruns. 3DS, not Switch, but I could just switch eventually. I have it. Here's the makeshift setup. What I've been doing to record is aiming the webcam down so that I can catch the game, but at the same time that makes it impossible for me to see Streamlabs, and it never focuses on the video well. The text there. You know what? I'm gonna put the text at the bottom. Yeah, that's better. I'm using the world record holder Kozamestel's his time for the reference. We can start now. So this file is 5.5 hours in. Didn't make it to Javanyan. I can't imagine how that's possible, especially on purpose. Especially not on purpose, rather. Oh, I can do this. This should probably be audible. Boy is faster, always. Well, actually, I'm already gonna reset. Well, if I just almost accidentally updated the game, I wouldn't want to do that there. I'm resetting because I forgot to start the actual timer. I've never run with an actual RTA timer before. I've always just used in-game time to see how good my runs were because I didn't know how to use timers well. I could record it on my phone, but usually I would use my phone to like listen to music while I did runs for fun. Here we go. Alright. And there we go. I will be splitting at the end of every chapter because all of Kozamestel's run only had splits at the end of every chapter. Again, I'm rusty, so I'm not going to do so well probably this first run. My screen just went white, so I don't know what's happening. Can't see the live chat though. Let's get good bug luck. Good bug luck. Faster to not skip that, or to, yeah, not skip that cutscene there. Because it immediately goes into help. Welp. And doesn't even have a chance to recover. This is going to be no reset. Just as practice. This one should be easier. Yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna try to mess with this. Yeah, my chat box went white. I'm trying to refresh chat, but It's not doing anything. So I don't know what's going to be the deal with that. Oh, there we go. I don't know if it fixed itself or if it was because I refreshed it, but now I can see chat. Yeah, Gamer Santa Frog. Rather, Toad. Evil, if you get the reference. I wonder how glaringly obvious it is that I've never streamed before. If I notice that my display is like really, really hard to see, like impossible to see, I'll try to move it. But generally, I'm not going to care as much as long as it's at least visible that I'm playing the game. Also, I'm aware that the speedrun timer is lagging behind. It won't matter because when I stop it, it's going to be in time. So I'm glad I only got bad luck for one bug. Generally, that's good. Or not really good, but that's fine. Oh, my chat went white again. That's great. Yeah, gate. I should have depleted all my stamina before that. I've been distracting myself. A lot of people don't know you don't have to catch a bug there. You can just exit out of the tree. Here we go. Oh. Alright, yokai watch. The drip. That's why I named the split the drip. Alright. Let's find Boohoo quick. Whoa, that's lucky. Just straight up in the middle. This battle has the potential to be slow or fast. A lot of people just think you should Sultimate, but Sultimate canceling is faster in this case. Or Sucka, I don't know what that stands for. I've never used that phrase. I just call it Sultimate canceling. Alright, he's dead. Tohogis. Should be a help screen here, and then it'll be a cutscene that says do this. Do this. Yep. And now it's going to be end of the chapter. Alright. How is that 18 seconds faster than Kosamestel? I missed a bug. I don't know if he missed a bug. I can't remember. I hope this timer is functional. If not, I'd be sad. But I can always retime it anyway. Wah, wah, wah. Alright. Actual speedrun time. Where's balls? So, fun fact. I know most speedrunners know this, but I'll mention it even despite that. The first yokai you attack in battle, the middle yokai in that battle will always befriend you at the end. Okay, that was bad luck. I should have been more careful. Like if you fight Snartle, which I've done this before. If you fight and beat Snartle before getting any other yokai, you will automatically befriend Snartle. I was curious if that would potentially be a faster route, and it is not, because Snartle's attack is slow. It's a 3-hit. So he is strong, and I think it makes it faster late game, but definitely not early game. It makes runs more consistent. There could be like a Snartle % run that I think would be kind of fun, but otherwise, I don't really see a use for that. This is some terrible luck, jeez. I am losing time. Can't even... Oh, the switch... So, okay, so it reset the Dimmy there. It's been Dolima this whole time. This is no reset. I'm not going to reset despite this. I would usually reset at this point. That's just absurd. Because I swear every time you walk out of that alley, it resets. Okay, at least there's a Dimmy there now. So the reason you wouldn't fight any of these guys, even like if there's a chance it has a rough ref in the battle, is that it's always the middle yokai in the battle. It doesn't matter if there's a rough ref in the battle, as long as the rough ref's in the middle, it will always be your friend. Which is the easiest way to put it. Generally, it's just the thing that attacks you. The thing that attacks you is always in the middle, so it's easier to say it like that. I don't get it. I really don't. Usually, I don't think I've ever had this bad of luck with rough ref. And of course, it's while I'm on stream trying to do well. Alright, well, I'm gonna actually reset. I said I was not resetting, but that's ridiculous. Whoops. Alright. I said I would do no reset, but it's whatever. I can probably go until 4:30. Alright. I'm gonna name him Ri for reset. Alright. A lot of people just name their splits the names of the actual chapters or just the chapter numbers, but I think making it funny is a way better way to go about it, so. If anyone wonders why I don't just press start and skip a cutscene immediately, you can't. It takes a split second before you can skip in a lot of cutscenes, particularly because of certain animations. Like the one where you're running to get the bug net from your room. I don't think I was faster. I just wasted like a couple seconds skipping that cutscene. Also, one thing I don't like about 1, I can't remember if they changed it in the Switch version. I don't believe they did. The B button doesn't act as a a skip thing. Am I small ant? What? My name is Drew, not Tanner. Well, I got the same bug luck as last time. At least I can say that. And it's the same positioning, too. I didn't know that I was going to have to, like, skew over, but whatever. Shot, or seen in the chat, you know there are speedrunners out there that are not small ant. Alright. Alright. I've always been bugged by this running section because to get to the school, the running there feels so Like, it's not satisfying. I feel like I'm having to backtrack in some way. I like having straight line routes. That's kind of why, a part of why I like running through the overworld in this game, like speedrunning, is creating routes through all the paths. You're leaving? I'm kidding. Okay. Also, I know you're kidding. Oh, dang it. Okay, good. Okay, good. Please do not. Okay. That's a humongous waste of time. I pressed start because I'm used to skipping cutscenes, but it didn't get my B press, so I didn't cancel out of the tree, and apparently start starts the bug catching thing, so that's awesome. I'm almost definitely not getting gold in this. This is such a hard cutscene to skip because there's animations going on constantly. I think either later or tomorrow or the next day I'm going to try doing Switch version instead. That's much harder because I'd have to turn my webcam all the way around and I don't have a good way of recording. Where was it? Part of the way that's harder but faster is radar. The radar moves faster in the Switch version. Like it goes faster and then slower, but it generally ends up finishing quicker. The problem though is that when you use the joystick, it's a lot harder to follow yokai unless they're E ranks like Boohoo or Tohogis, or whatever you want to call her. Or him, I don't know. Wow, this is bad already. Bad luck. At this point, I feel like it would have just been faster to ultimate cancel, or to use this ultimate. This was a very bad first chapter. I am definitely behind. One way that the Switch version is slower is the battle ends, the victory screen is slightly different. I'm watching the timer. I'm hoping that I can somehow not get a bad time. It's gonna be the announcement screen. And the announcement screen. So yeah, I'm reading. All right, that's not great. You sneezed twice. Yeah, you're probably inspirited by snot so long. Tell me, person in chat, if that message on the bottom is visible and if the splits are visible. Like the names. For me, they're very small, but that's because I'm on Streamlabs. And the screen that shows it is kind of small. Let's get Rough Raft this time, how about? That'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it? That'd be pretty nice. Old man. Hey, we outpaced the old man. That never happens. If you run there and are a little bit too slow with your cuts, you're going to end up getting cut off by the old man. Generally, it's risky to run back all the way through the alley, but right now I'm feeling it. Hey, Rough Raft, for real. So if Rough Raft kills Caden, that's a really bad thing. I don't speed up this battle. Oh, yeah, he also uses Pebble a lot. If I... It's pink and purple, yeah. I like to say red and purple because That's the color it said it was, but whatever. Yeah. Can you read that? Nice. Whoa, how'd I know I would befriend this Ruffraff? Or Gurerin. Gurerin. I don't need you to tell me what the message is, now I can read it. Let's be friends, Dimmy, or whatever else is in this battle. Nice. Oh, I forgot there's a chance it doesn't befriend you. That's annoying. He saw... This is a bad run. I'm gonna throw a rice ball this time. I don't know exactly why, but every time you fight that Negatives in the bottom alley, it always befriends you. At least it's never not befriended me. Let's attack Gurerin. Whoops. That's one thing I don't like about the 3DS version is you can see it. Okay. Wow, your chat messages are coming in all at once. Yay, Demi. All of your chat messages came in at the same time. That's one thing I've never heard anyone say. In the Japanese version, Demi's name is just Jimmy. Technically, Jimmy. And I think that's really just how you would say that in Japanese, because saying D is hard. I've spent a long time trying to figure out how you would make that sound, but I'm not a Japanese expert. It took me a long time to figure out how to do, which is funny because that's part of my online name. Oh, sorry. Don't apologize. What'd you even do? So one thing I don't like about befriending Dimmies, at this point, is that you don't get tough unity. If you get Doloma, you get tough unity. This is a slow Ruffraff. Usually he outspeeds the negative buzzes. Jimmy, that's right. Also happens to be the name of our Lord and Savior, Jimmy. I don't know why the the screen didn't go there. Whoops. Sometimes I press no on the do you want to be the friend screen because I'm trying to say no to the nickname, because the nickname is really slow if you say yes on accident. And also, unlike in Pokemon, nicknaming your Pokemon and your character one character doesn't make it any faster. I said this on the last test stream. Wait, talk to Fishman. Sakano something was his name. Beep 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 beep. Oh, well, it's not your fault that the messages are coming in all at once. I think it's just because I'm in a house that's being used by other family. Wi-Fi is being used by other family members. It's not like huge bandwidth. Hopefully you can faintly hear the game audio, at least when I'm not talking. If I go silent, it's because I'm trying to focus. I've never streamed before, and I've heard, it kept going. Hold on, I can't read that yet. Kept trying to go on my bike, but I started a new game, I didn't have it. Oh. Yeah, I play the Switch version a lot. I 100%ed the Switch version, and because of that, I'm more used to just running everywhere. Sometimes in the 3DS version, I run instead of using my bike because I forgot I even have it. This fight's slow because Ruffraffs have that ability, Revenge. Also because I'm getting unlucky and he's guarding, and that's not good. But yeah, that's a problem I used to have where if I played a game, because before I knew what speedrunning was, before I really cared about speedrunning, when I was younger, I would just replay this game a lot because I found that fun. And that's what I do with a lot of games, like Pokemon. But I never thought about speedrunning it until I learned about that glitch that lets you attack over and over. And I think um, in Ghoul's old, like, 4 year standing run of the game, he said that he felt that ultimate canceling made the game lose depth or something. I disagree. I think it makes it way better. Or not better, but I think it makes it way for speedrunning. I'm glad you can hear it. Keep in mind that there's a lot of latency, so if I'm reading your messages really late. So I don't. Okay, so here's a confession. I don't actually know what shady Unity is. If you do know, you can tell me. But I've never known. If it's like a tack up or something, that would be really helpful. But otherwise, like I can't imagine why having a Demi over a Dolimo would be better, because I think it must have something to do with in spirits, and in spirits are not really okay. The only battle, and I've thought about this for a long time, and I would love if this runs bad, I'm gonna try it. If you get Komasan to Inspirit, Komasan or Komain, I'm assuming you wouldn't have any access to Komain unless you got insanely lucky with Wisps throughout the run. Komasan's Inspirit on McCracken, at least in the Switch version, I'm not positive on the 3DS version, does humongous amounts of damage to McCracken, first form at least. You can't Inspirit second form. Oh, this is not going so great. Go. Whoa, dang it. So it's, when you're not ultimate canceling, I've done a lot of research on this. Ultimate canceling has a lot to do with turn order. So even if your yokai isn't attacking currently, it can be good to try to charge ultimate randomly, because it can mess with turn order in such a way that you go faster. When I said I did a lot of research. There's not a lot online. What I meant is I did a lot of research by playing the game a lot and just messing around with the whole concept. So one thing that bugged me the most when I sat there, and I've been speedrunning this game since before Kosames stole the record, of course, and in that Golo 2 run that stood for a super long time, he used Tattletale to have passive healing. Generally, you would think it would be a good thing, but it wastes so much time, because if your yokai is damaged, there's a little bit of a waiting period between every single turn for it to heal back up. Generally, you have to be risky in this game. Increases in spirit accuracy? Oh no, that's terrible. Oh dang, I'm a minute behind. And also I saved on accident. This run hasn't been kind to me. Well, the previous one wasn't quite kind to me, but this one definitely hasn't either. In the 214, I have still like sitting there rotting on my file. Should be cutscene. Yep. I have just sitting there rotting on this cartridge. I got pretty lucky. There was a run I did. I don't remember if it was in that run. It very well may have been, and I'm just forgetting. But I got terror time twice. I think once it was during the day when I was running down to Tamerson Moor, and the second time it was right when I left my house during the first felony, whatever it's called, Eddie's search. Kanchi no something and Kanchi no. Don't have to. Ba. Bakuroba. I have a lot of thoughts about the speedrun of 2, because I've tried spinning it before just for fun, and I've done tribe only challenges for multiple of the games. It's just insane. That game is so obnoxious to speedrun. I almost sometimes I think about, oh, I need to go talk to mom for no reason. I always waste time. Whoa, that was weird. I've never seen that before. I don't know if it showed on the stream. It probably didn't. I stopped for a second running because my finger slipped on the circle pad, and I ran out of stamina for a split second and then didn't. After this battle, I can rearrange the party so that Rough Raft's in the front. Yeah, I know. Thank you for telling me. I remember Eddie's search. I was thinking more on the more. I can't remember what the Japanese name was. Please don't be Warm Bengal. Nice. That's actually really good. That's probably the best thing you can get in this battle. From a wisp, at least. Because you automatically have a wisp going by. EXP generally is the best thing to get out of wisps, especially golden EXP. If you get a Warren Bangle out of the wisp, you just waste it because you already get a Warren Bangle from this battle anyway. Like, it doesn't give you an extra Warren Bangle, which might maybe be helpful. Alright, so here's where I mess up because I don't remember the 3DS menu very well. Okay. And then here... Equip it. That makes this way easier because now I don't need to use my finger to tap on... It happens to you too? Okay, that's good. I'm just not, like, experienced with stamina anymore. It's been a long time since I've been messing around specifically with the 3DS version. I'm running it now because I feel like beating the Switch World record means nothing at this point. I submitted a run. I don't know if anyone's ever going to know until it gets up on the leaderboard, but I submitted a run same way that that person did for the 6-hour run of 2 hours 15 minutes with a screenshot. Like, obviously runs like that can be illegitimate without anybody proving it, which is why I've thought to stream in the first place. But since that run doesn't really mean anything, because it's the world record currently has been beaten on a casual run on YouTube I've watched, it holds no merit. I wanted to put something on the leaderboard that would at least generate competition, and also so that people know that it's about as fast as the 3DS version. In that, I said this in the run. I don't know if I had to take it out of the run description because I had to shorten it down. That Switch run, the 215 run that I got that I couldn't record, I forgot to make Venoct brainy for the first McCracken fight, and I wasted a lot of time because it kept inspiriting. Generally, Venoct is prone to inspiriting because each yokai has its own, like, preferred thing to do despite its attitude, which I don't like. I think that's a concept that should have been abandoned. This is annoying. Why won't you attack, sir? That's better. One thing I would really like about this that would make this game better, I feel like, is if they gave the enemies the opportunity to have unity. It would make a lot of battles more tough, and I feel like that could give actual team strategies. Because they do that in Pokemon, at least in some battles in Pokemon, where they'll give team members, especially in double battles, Pokemon that fit well. And sometimes... Alright, time for Big Boss Man. I'm glad you agree that enemy unity would be cool. I love the way he looks in the 3DS version more than I do in the Switch version. I think his colors got too saturated in the Switch version. The way he looks in the 3DS version is more gloomy. Nope. Up on this channel, the Yokai Watch Glitch Archive, I have a video of a glitch pertaining to Slimander. And his eyes where... Okay, I won't go into that, I need to focus on this. Canceling in this battle is super easy. Okay. Is this going to be the 1 in 20... Yeah, is this going to be the 1 in 27 where all of the eyes are the last one I pick? That would be wonderful. Here there's a 1 in 3 chance that that has occurred. One thing I've always wondered about this game is, I wonder if you could skip a phase of this battle. Okay, good. It was barely not the slowest possible thing to happen. I'm already over the time, wow. I doubt I saved time on the split. Okay, he got an attack level increase. It's always misleading to me because the color of that little thing that happens on the victory screen, it does not pertain to the usual color representation of those upgrades. It should give me... Okay, I split late, but I saved time. Gold split? What do you mean gold split? Oh, I guess it'd be gold split because I haven't done anything yet on this. That's also a hard cutscene to skip because Whisper's moving constantly. Slim, aka Dead Lions, looks more dark in this than in the Switch. That's true. You're right. Alright. I have come to the realization that it's faster to go from the bottom of Springdale to Tamers and More. I don't know why. Basically, you go through. It should be faster to go to the top. That the runner goes to the bottom, and I don't know why. Or at least in the Yukonuko run. Yukonuko was beat by Kozumestal, the same person that beat Ghoul 2 and Yokai Watch 1. I'm going to run both games eventually, and I might run 4, but I don't really like 4 very much. I have the game, I didn't enjoy it tons, and I don't know why. It was probably just the battle system. Didn't feel like a Yokai Watch game to me. It'd be good, like it could be good as a spin-off, but it felt also the story felt kind of similar to 2, but more outlandish, and they took out a lot of the yokai. Sort of felt like Sword and Shield in that way, except the story was a million times better, and the graphics were in some regards too. The frame rate was awful though. The Switch can't run anything. I have this video on my Switch that I'm not going to post on here because it's not a glitch, it's just a visual thing. Sort of like in Mario 64, how there's 2 different models for Mario to save on running power on the N64, where one is lower poly. They have that for like cars, where if you walk up just slightly too close to it, the car's graphics will improve. But if it's still within a visible range, you can see the car's graphics being far worse even if you're close to it. I find that kind of both hilarious and very sad. Bypassing the lottery with the sand suit. Everyone loves the lottery and everyone loves Mr. Sandman. That's bad. Bamboo shoot? No. I always pick up those items because bamboo shoots can be good to have, but at the same time, you just buy a million of them later in the run from that festival. Alright, let's go to this door. Hey, Sean, it's not so long. It's seen. It's not so long. It's your favorite. Wow, they're everywhere, actually. It's pretty nice. I do agree, it's not so long is pretty great. It's not worth it to pick up any of the items in this room. Or to pick up this worn bangle that's on the left there. Though I often have, like, naively hoping that it would do something, and it never does. I was going to complain about something just now, but I'm going to refrain until we get to the actual point. And I will say what it is that I've been thinking about complaining about when I get there. And I will complain about it. In the Switch version, at the end of this, after you befriend Baku, when the model fades out, you can tell it's really big compared to like the actual model. Because when it fades out part by part, sort of. That also lets you know that the eye... Yokai have been guarding a lot in this run. It's kind of lame. Oh, you can see it in 3DS version too, okay. I never pay that much attention. And it happens when you fade in and you fade out. Yep. The eye texture is a big circle on both sides, strangely. I agree, Baku has weird eyes. I love the way the game. I love it when anything really has like because Japanese mythology is so funny to me. I think Yokai Watch 2 handled it better with the classic yokai because you get like the parasol and the long-necked lady and whatever that I don't know remember what either of those are called in actual mythology. There's an anime that came out recently, Jujutsu Kaisen. Eve did the opening, and Eve is awesome, but it has a lot of references to Japanese mythology, and I think that's pretty cool. So I'm glad that there's at least that. After playing Yokai Watch, you can never see Japanese mythology the same. Alright. I don't know exactly why I switched Baku onto the team. I just do because Baku's pretty fine. Oh, I should put... I'm wasting time doing this. But this isn't a good run, so I don't really need to try too hard. Alright, so here's the part I'm going to complain about. All of the cutscenes before Terror Time you can't skip for no reason. One thing I love, though, about this, ignoring the cutscenes for a second, is that, well, one, in the Switch version, this cutscene, it goes at like 2 FPS. It's funny. The Switch version can't even run like a fog cutscene that the 3DS version could with slightly better models. Well, no, what I like is that immediately at the end of this cutscene and the other ones, if you sprint at the perfect angle, you can make it past a big group of Onis that are supposed to catch you normally. I don't think Gargaros can spawn between you and them, so it didn't save a lot of time on Terror Time. I don't know if the current world record holder did. Okay, good, he's way behind me anyway. See, look at that. On the map, I don't know if you can see, you can't see the map, it's very glary. But on the map, you can see the demons spawn in right behind you, but they don't physically spawn in until a little bit later. I keep trying to skip this cutscene, but you can't. Venoct shows up, or Orochi, and then he makes a stupid joke about the government in the English version that doesn't even make sense. In 3, a cat says joyous it is to be a cat. It sounds like Canine Time. That like red box mini game you have to do if you open it. That thing was freaky. I was the game. I found this Japanese guy recently who does Yokai Watch focused videos. There are a lot of compilations of certain things. And that's how I learned a lot of like a lot of things that I would never see from English creators because it goes so in depth and I really love that. I can't remember what he's called though. His name doesn't sound super Japanese to me, I don't think, and I think it starts with a T. He does the sort of compilations that you would see from like Professia. I don't know, remember that guy, Professia Gaming, whatever. I know YouTube. All right, it's time for Nobori. Noble Setonman. Noble Setonman? I've never read his actual name. His name is slightly different when it's the version from the Infinite Inferno. Jeez, that did a lot. When I first played this game when I was younger, I could not beat Sporink, and I know a lot of people who couldn't either. Because I didn't know that if you attacked his belly button, that's what was causing him to do his ultimate. I just thought it was doing more damage, and he was getting redder, and I was like, I don't really see a problem with this. Gotta love the old men and the wiggling dancing in the background. Let's get the 1 cycle, please. Don't loaf. If you get EXP in this battle, it makes the parts succeeding it better. Generally, like, far better. Prosephia? Alright. I've never read his name. Prosophia, yeah, that's right. I know you watch him a lot. Scene, I know a lot about you. Canine time happened to me, and it's after I knew about it. Alright. Only after I knew about it. Dude, Canine Time's awesome. Some of them are kind of childish, like you open the box and then it plays funny music and you fart everywhere you run. Sometimes it makes you just fall over constantly when you try to run. That one's not very funny. Oh, I'm going over time on the split again. This is terrible. I probably did not save time on the split. I'm not making too good of a show for myself, but in my defense, I'm more used to the Switch version. That's what I've been playing recently. I finished my 100% run more than a month ago, so at least I can say that. Okay, I lost time on the split somehow. Maybe it was the Sprank battle. I missed a lot of souls cancels. You can skip this cutscene, luckily, with the Baku. Wait, no. Skipped one ahead. Marriage proposal. Yeah, what is that charming cloud behind you? That's what it says. Let's get good carp luck. If not, this run's terrible. Also, I lost time there by going under instead of over. You can go right behind that bench there and save time because it'll start the cutscene before you run into the bench. Nogappa. Let's catch 3 carp. That's a catfish. We're off to a great start. That's also a catfish. Carp. I think carp are easier to catch than green cicadas. That's still a catfish. There are no more fish. Wow. There aren't even any fish in this one. Okay, I was hoping that might be fish bait. Yeah, I love this. This run is great. I'm definitely not saving time on the split at all. At least there are 3 carps here. It would save me time to just run all the way over here. At least that also means, though, if I miss one, which I shouldn't, carps are easier to catch. Okay, let's catch you. Oh no. I have to avoid that area because a rare carp, he won't accept a rare carp. And if I had hit it at the same spot over there, I would have got the rare. At least there, though, also, if I don't miss one, I don't have to wait for the there's nothing left. I think that there's nothing left in the area text box is the only box in the game that can be skipped with the B button. So Nogappa here, you put him on your team. He's not good for the Snaggerjack fight because Snaggerjack resists his water attacks. But for the future fights, he can be way faster. Especially like there's a fight with Katananas in a later chapter for the rank A quest. He's way faster for that. I know that I'm like that's way in the future. I can't really think of anything in the moment. So he's faster to fight Massiface with, surprisingly. A lot of people in the past that looked like used Komasan for that fight. Used Komasan for most fights, and that's just I never got that. Komasan is so slow. His blaze attack takes forever. It can be faster on certain things, like it's good to use him against the Ben K in the rank A fight, and then the All Hail in the other rank A fight. Oh, and while Kappa destroys that Blazion fight. But otherwise, there's really not a good use for Komasan. It's good to keep him on your team, though, near the end, and I don't know if other runner did this in his, but if you replace your if you level up your Komasan intentionally into a co-main, saves a lot of time because co-main's Inferno, it does a lot of damage and it's quick. But generally you're going to attack a lot with Venoct in the final battle, or Orochi, Venoct, because his voltage, it doesn't do as much damage, but it's more consistent, and having him up on the line, this isn't something that I saw in other runs, but you always, at least for me, I always put Draggy on my team next to Venox, so I get Slippery Unity, and I don't get Inspirited. In that battle are the slowest thing, but they also make your team completely unusable. Let's get a good Snaggerjack fight. Whoops. Alright. Still only a single fish. I'm sorry if my stream just went down. It looks like it might have. Well, Rough Ref is dead. Except he's not. That has never happened to me, I don't think. I don't think Rough Ref's ever died in this fight. But I've never been careful about it, because... I mean, right now especially, I can take all the risks I want. This run's terrible. My face is weak to water, that's what I was saying, yeah. He's not as weak to water as he is to fire, but... Got worse as the anime. Why are we talking about the anime right now? What? Yeah, I agree. Koma-san's way better than Komajiro, and he always was. I love Koma-san. He's such a great character. In the Japanese version, he's a little bit more annoying, in my opinion, though. I think the English version sells his character as like a country bumpkin more clearly. I don't understand why they did this. I feel like having you teleport to Bear's house would have made more sense than having you go down to the exit of this area, start a cutscene where you're over at Bear's house, and then immediately start the next chapter. You could have just... I don't know, you could have just done the cutscene from there and saved people's time. Oh, I'm behind again. Great. Man, this one's bad. I really don't know about this. I lost 10 seconds. Maybe I can save more time later on. Darashai. I named this split Bike, please. You'll never guess why. Otosan something. Go down again. Oh no, I skipped the objective marker. What am I doing? Skipping text and skipping cutscenes in the 3DS version is faster, which I think amounts to the most notable time losses, aside from battles generally being slower. The 3DS and the Switch version. Give me bike now, Dad. No papers. Your papers are meaningless unless I get a bike. Hopefully they don't cost as much as they do with Pokemon Red and Blue. Making my dad spend a fortune. Well, I know he's getting a fortune with these papers. He'd better be. Otherwise, why'd he make me give them to him? What was so important about these papers, Father? Alright, here we go. I recently adopted a different strategy for this segment. It's easier in the Switch version, but I go closer to the building by skipping around a specific area. 246, not bad. 247 is generally a time I expect to be, like, decent. I don't think skipping that elevator cutscene is faster. Or maybe it was. I don't know if he steps in the elevator in the cutscene. If he does, then it's faster to skip it. Running away! Immediately teleport to the station. I wish you didn't, because if you stayed down by the building, it'd be easier to go to the delivery bay for that first rank C battle. I guess they're still relatively close, but it'd be better if you could just, like, go all the way up to town at once. I don't know what you just said in chat. I'll read that later. Oh, I forgot to give Wakappa the water ring. Nice. That's part of when that ability can come in lucky. He's dead. Kaden had an upgrade on his attack. I guess the first fight probably contributed some to that. Alright. Now Walcappa will do better. The Signal fight is significantly more scary than the Suspicione fight, so I really fighting Suspicione first is less preferable to me. Though you're not really gonna lose any runs to the Signal fight. You might lose some time on it, but otherwise it won't be a big deal. Alright, Suspicione. Die. Alright. One thing I always fear, and I don't know if other people who have run the game also fear this, specifically on the 3DS version. Oh, chat disconnected. Is that if I accidentally try to skip a cutscene when it's not a cutscene, then I end up just quitting out of the game and losing the run. If this game was timed in real time, irrespective of in-game time, then it wouldn't really matter. Chat's still disconnected? Is my internet down? It better not be. Maybe it's just down because it needs to save on bandwidth or something. Well, we keep going. Regardless, we keep going. I'm already over the split time. Are you serious? Dude, splits give me so much more anxiety than I thought they would. I've never used them before. Giotto! In the Switch version, in this cutscene, he says Giotto!